everyone. So let's go for lesson 24. I want you to do these exercises, okay? So we have the modal verb practice. We have the first exercise, we have can and could. And then we have 5 examples that you can be doing it, okay? Then the second example, the second exercise is may and might, which is the possibility, the probability. Third exercise, we have shall, shouldn't, and ought to. Fourth exercise, we have will and would. And fifth exercise, we have must, have to, and need to. Okay, so for example, remember can I drink some water, please? Or can I please open the door? You know, you're asking for permission. And could I take a seat? You know, is it possible? Can I, you know, could you sit down here so we can talk, you know, eye to eye, that kind of thing. May, I think it may rain today because it looks very cloudy and it looks dark outside, so I think it's gonna rain, okay? And then we have might. I might go to the cinema, but I'm not sure, I'm not 100% sure, so I might go, it depends how my mood is, and you know, that's might. And then we have shall. Remember that shall we use for the pronouns I and we only. Okay, so I shall, we shall. And then will, of course, you use it for everything, all of the pronouns. So shall. Shall we dance? I'm asking if you'd like to dance with me, so shall we dance? And then shouldn't, it's in a negative term, should not, shouldn't. So you shouldn't smoke. You should stop smoking. You know, it's bad for you. Ought to. What is ought to? You ought to stay home. It's a bit like should, okay, but people don't really use ought to. And there is a sound outside because they just opened the store, so they're doing this inauguration kind of thing going on, and I'm really happy for them. So, you know, bear with me with the sound on the background. Okay, I don't know if you can hear that. And then we have will and would. Will, remember, we can use it for all the pronouns. I will, you will, he will, she will, it will. You know, everything will. And the negative of will is won't, okay? I will go to the cinema. I won't go to the cinema. I will go to church. I won't go to church. That kind of thing. So will and won't for the negative of will. And then we have would. Remember, I would go, but I don't want to. I would stay, but I'm very busy, so I have to go. You know, that kind of thing. So would, something that you would do, but you don't do it, you know. And then we have must for the obligation. Remember, I must read this book, otherwise I'm not going to pass the test. You have to do it. Then have to is something that you have to do, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you will do it. Oh, I have to read this book, but you know what? I don't feel like doing it today, so I'm not going to read it. Then you have need to. Need to is not an obligation, but it's a, how can I say, it's one of the things you need to do. For example, it's your responsibility, so it's my responsibility, so I need to look after the dogs because if I don't look after the dogs, nobody else will. So it's something that you need to do. It's a responsibility, okay? And that's it. So fill out the exercises, and then, you know, we'll do that in class as well. Congratulations. And the next lesson, we're going to be looking at past simple tense. That's wonderful. So thank you so much. Bye-bye. See you next lesson.